Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 6 of Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. And today I'm going to use another one of these sketches. I promise I have other things planned for this month, but they all just kind of collected in the beginning of the month. So I have these 3 pictures. 2 of them are portrait and one is horizontal. And so I want to get those documented, so I found a good sketch for it. And I'm going to use the New Day collection by Echo Park. And I have the enamel dots and some ephemera, as well as a sticker sheet and some chipboard and some puffies. Or maybe I don't have chipboard. I think I have frames and stuff. Yeah. And so I've got all of these lovely bits and pieces. And I'm hoping that even though a lot of the wording in here is very positive and upbeat, I'll be able to find some things to work for these pictures. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my pictures, and this sketch. So let's see how this goes. I decided to use this cloudy paper because it is definitely a mixed emotions kind of layout. In 2016, my daughter was running track and was at track practice, and I got a phone call saying that she had paralysis in her leg and could not feel from her right below her kneecap down. And so we took her to the emergency room and spent some quality time there. I think I've got pictures to document of that later. And they sent us away more confused than we were when we got there. And after lots of doctor visits, the feeling came back in her leg, and we had all this random things happen. And so then she was okay for like over a month, and so she went on a mission trip with our church. And then I got a phone call like day 2 or something, day 2 or day 3 of them being gone. And it was from the youth pastor, and she was unable to feel her leg again. And so her dad and I drove with our son, drove through a tornado, literally through a tornado, to pick her up and meet the youth pastor. They were in Virginia, and so we met them in West Virginia and got her, and we ended up having to stay the night there and come back the next day because of the weather. And then we took her straight to the emergency room where they have a pediatric unit and all sorts of things. And she and I spent the next 4 days at the hospital. And so the first 2 pictures at the top are her and her brother in the emergency room waiting to be seen, and people are coming in with needles poking her, trying to see if it's legitimate, if she really can't feel her leg. And then the last picture is after we've been admitted, and she and I were upstairs, and she had been reading a book, and I think she fell asleep. So we were there for 4 days. It was not a good time in our lives. It was very stressful. She was, she struggled a lot with that. We struggled a lot with that. It was a lot. So I was trying to find positive and encouraging things to use, and a lot of the embellishments and stuff for this collection were like happiest day ever and things like that, the perfect day. And I thought, that's definitely not fitting. The clouds were perfect because it was kind of a gloomy situation. We drove through a tornado, all of that. But the whole point was I wanted her to stop and smell the roses, to be positive, to think positive. So I put the bees on here, and I'm going to put this little thing on here that says, I think it says something like looking up, making sure to stop and look up into the sunshine or something like that. So I thought that was very appropriate. So that's why I went ahead and added the sunshine. I'm putting flowers all around. And I think I took this camera in here as well. And so I just felt like that was the right direction to go in, because it was a really hard time for all of us, and especially her. I mean, she was 15 years old and, had been healthy, running around. It was the end of her 8th grade year. She was, like I said, a healthy kid. She was never my kid that I had to go to the doctor for. Her brother, on the other hand, I lived at the doctor's office with him. He was sick all the time, and she was rarely ever sick. If she missed a day of school, it was shocking. So this was definitely a scary time for us. But I love this paper. These papers are really pretty. And I specifically wanted the New Day collection because it was such a lovely collection. So I'm going to use my enamel accents again to make some cute little like buzzy bee things, like the little dots underneath the bees. But I messed up this bottom one trying to do something, and so I had to fix it. So I clean it up as best I can with this little tissue. Luckily, it's on top of one of the stickers, so it's still kind of easy to wipe off, but there's a little residue. So I just took a puffy sticker and covered it. So you'll have to let me know if you can tell that there was a boo-boo. And look, I turned this layout like I've done the last two. Yeah, I swear. Like a broken record. But I really do love this collection, and this sketch was really easy and a whole lot of fun. Look how cute that little bee is. So take time to stop and smell the flowers. I kind of felt like that was she didn't really have much of a choice. She had to stop because, she literally was paralyzed from below her kneecap down to the bottom of her toe. But I just really thought that this turned out really cute. Look at that sweet girl. So can you see where the boo-boo is right there? You'll have to let me know. Anyway, I hope you all are enjoying Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. There's a playlist, so go check that out. Hope you'll come back and see me again really soon. Hope you get a chance to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.